I over put the silicone in, but I know one thing's for sure, that thing ain't leaking. I've had all of this out. You wouldn't believe the amount of tubes that I've gone through with this stuff. The YouTube, got me Instagram, you can follow me on both of them. Obviously you're watching me on YouTube as it is. Last bit to do. Boosh. I got a confession to make. Look at the state of my fingernails, you can see it. Underneath there, I had to put two 5mm packers underneath. I wanted to make sure that there was enough space between there and there. I've never used one of these before, and I tell you what, the amount of tubes that I put in, but yeah, the amount of mess, I got it done in the end and it's looking mega. I was out in the garden last night. I put a post on my Instagram page because I've absolutely covered it with paint. They are made from Burton's. The drum's Burton's. Across to the filter house, and then the wife can have her conservatory back. It's been long enough now. Not what you know, it's who you know. I was up till 2 o'clock this morning, sorting this out. 3 coats on the floor, more than happy with it. So this trim here, what I ran round to tie in. So Mrs. Whisperer's super happy. The conservatory's back. There's some stuff that might be going, and there's some stuff that I'm keeping. Z-hammer, looking wicked. More than happy with that. You through everything that I've got in here. Work out everything. I built it to the size that I thought I had ample room. A lot of playing around here, a lot of working out. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so. Well, I wonder if you can guess where I'm to. Can you guess? Where am I to? Last bit to do. Boosh. Looking absolutely epic in here. I was up till 2 o'clock this morning, sorting this out. So, 3 coats on the floor. Got to get the pressure washer in to clean that, or I might just undo it, lift it out, sort it out. All blacked up. White shelf in. Drums in. Need jacking up to get to the right height. This one here needs cleaning up. Absolutely wicked. 2 o'clock in the morning, still painting this because 3 coats this has took, and I still think I need to chuck down a bit more. But I've got to work out the height of this drum in a minute, but I'm going to jack it up. It needs jacking up. I'm going to have a trouble getting this in with pen and paper. Everything fits, but when you got pipe work and ball valves, it makes things complicated, and I wanted to make it simple. Well, the problem is the space is a bit tight. I mean, I likes it tight, you know, tight. So in the filter house, I'm going to run you through what I've been up to, because I wanted to make sure I had 3 coats on the floor, and I used, for the people that want to know, can't show you, look, because I've absolutely covered it with paint. I got to the stage with this paint where I was just tipping it in on the floor and spreading it round. I had to do a thin water coat to start with last night, part of the reason why I stayed up till midnight to do it. Shelf's gone in, it's a little bit dusty in here, I need to clean some bits up. More than happy with it. So this trim here, what I ran round to tie in with the OSB and render and top coat, I just thought, right, didn't know what to do there. So the other week, on top of there, the roof all installed, I had loads of this trim left over, and I thought, well, let's just see if it works. See how it goes on, bang on flush there, and then it tucks into the wall underneath with a little flip on the bottom, so it's perfect for the job. But yeah, and it works a beaut. Shelf looks a beaut. That's tidied up nice. I still got to put one in there, but all the way across. The reason why I use these flatheads, because it's the only black ones I had left in my toolbox. So I thought, right, get all that in there. Shelf's looking mega. Hell of a bile unit there. I want to show you exactly, run you through everything, but at the moment I'm just in the stages. I'm just updating you because it's one of them videos where I got a bit carried away today, and everything started happening. So I've just offered this one into place. It needs adjusting obviously, but putting that one in there and that one in there, and not really knowing, never fitted a drum filter, never owned a drum filter before. I got the measurements down. Everything will work with me pipe work, but will the restriction on room of getting both units in there with pipe work and fittings and the way I want to do it all, my idea might be changing slightly, because I need to dummy test everything first to see if it works, because it all looks good on pen and paper, but in reality getting it to work is a complete different story. This is a massive bio tank. I'm not sure on the whole description on it. I'll get to that when I get to it, but they are made from Burton's. The drum's Burton's. That's a TF I can't remember the exact model, but I'll get all that out and show you. I can't remember. It's been a mental day and it's been a stressful day. Right then, so I've had all of this out. You wouldn't believe the amount of tubes that I've gone through with this stuff. And I've got to be honest, I'm going to run you through what's happened here today. Run you through how everything went on. But before we go any further, started to film me do this job. As I was filming, I was getting a bit worked up. I wanted to make sure this was done exactly how I wanted to do it. I was here, I had my mate round to give me a hand, but trying to film it as I was doing it, holding the weight of this glass, getting it in. I wish I set the tripod up for you, just so I had some footage of me doing it. Leave you me, look at the state of my fingernails and everything. I'm gonna show you how it's turned out. Bare minimum, it's actually overspilt. And the bits that did overspill, as you can see them, they're going to be covered up with tiles anyway. But if you get into here and have a look, any bits that come over like that, I can just tidy that up tomorrow when it sets. But what I did down through, because I wanted to make sure I had a massive bead of silicone on the inside of that all the way round. But inside, I'll get in there tomorrow because I've just stripped down. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. I've got a solid bead all the way around that whole window and I'm more than happy with it. But yeah, it was a bit frustrating I started to film and it was just me getting a bit upright about it, the weight of the glass. This side needed jacking up with, as you can see, the packers underneath there. I had to put 2 5mm packers either side of the window. That one there's got a 1mm white flex in it as well, for the pure fact I wanted to make sure that the top of that block was exactly the right height, and I had playing room, but the pure weight of the glass just wanted to keep going down. But it's in there. So all I did, the framework for this, how I set it all up, I bought these off of eBay. These are the clamps that I'm borrowing off my cousin at the moment. I had some leftover wood. I just wanted to bring that out a bit. Just wanted to bring it out so I could get a good grip on my, you know, clamping them down. The main reason is because underneath I wanted to make sure that there was enough space between there and there that I could get a good grip on it, not being too restricted with any movement. So I just brought it out 4 inches, 4-inch post, screwed it in there, got it all prepped up so we could lean over when we was in the pond. But yeah, looking mega. Showers are looking mega. Pipework's looking mega. There's been loads of stuff going on today. Absolutely mental. You can see here, look, I had my chesties on, my mate borrowed them. Tell you what though, I am lucky. Never used one of these before, and I tell you what, the amount of tubes that I put in that bead for the silicone, that was a godsend. And I want to thank my cousin, happy days, for letting me borrow that, because without it, my arm wouldn't be no good for the night, you know what I mean, if Mrs. Whisperer kicks me out, you know what I'm saying? That being said, happy days. But yeah, the amount of mess, you can see these bits of stainless. It's a bit of a waste, but my mate's a welder and he just brought round some off-cut bits. For the pure fact, this stuff is horrible to work with, and I knew I was going to get overspill. It's the first time ever I fitted a window, and I was a little bit concerned about it, to be fair. Concerned about how it was going to happen. Got it done in the end, and it's looking mega. Absolute mega. There's been a lot of work to get to this stage. Hell of a lot of work, and I'm buzzing about it. So I'm just doing a bit of an update to show you what's going on. To sort all this out as well. Get everything sorted in here. Start getting stuff across to the filter house, and then the wife can have her conservatory back. It's been long enough now. We just need to get things up and running now. Get things sorted. Hopefully the plan comes together right. But you come across these hurdles and working things out. But I got it done. I'm just hoping it don't leak. But it's been a hell of a job. Absolutely hell of a job. But moving on today. So I've had a good old tidy up. Before I show you everything in here, I really just wanted to show you Mrs. Whisperer is well happy. I've been instructed one day this week we got to hire out that rug doctor or carpet cleaner of some description. These ain't actually tiles. Wish they was, I would have mopped it, but they're Flotex. It's all empty now. Mrs. Whisperer is happy. So yeah, had a good old tidy up here as well. Got rid of all of the blocks today. Got on the old hands and knees with the emery pad and went up through these tiles, making them look as best as I can. They called, they little sponges. Wire wall on it, only had one. Time I got to here, he started wearing a bit thin. These ones here need to be done over again, but I will be able to bring them up so they look just like that, like almost brand new, because there was concrete and cement all over the whole lot of them. You've seen the, everyone remember when I had all of that piled up, loads of it here. I had so much gear here, it was unbelievable. I ain't going to take these clamps off for at least a week, leave them in place, make sure it's completely sealed, and there tomorrow we'll explain a little bit more the reasons, the trouble I had trying to jack that up in this corner to make sure it was dead level with the weight of the glass just wanting to push down. But now I'm happy and it's sorted. So I apologise that I didn't film exactly everything how I did it, but I'll explain how I did it. Moving on in here, got all of my equipment in here. Shelves in, all sorted, looking the absolute hammer. Got a load of K1 media. This stuff, I want to tell you some good information about that for the people that don't know from Burton's. Some of the surface area on their media is a lot more than what K1 is. There's loads of proof about it all on the internet. I'm just buzzing to try it out. Look at the size of this for a bio. I still can't tell you everything about it yet because I need to have a good read up of myself on everything. I don't want to say things. Anyway, I can't be showing you all of this yet. I can't be showing you all of it yet until I know exactly how to explain it all, how to get it all piped up, how everything's going to work, because it's something else I have never done. I've never owned one of them. Don't know how they work. I want to test it out. Very interesting to try, but more than happy with how everything is. And like I said, trying to get everything in here on pen and paper, it works. But when you got to put everything together, this one's got to be raised up. I might raise that one up a little bit, depending how I go about things. Like the bends in the room that you need and the gas boiler that I need, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Just because I've had a 4-inch in there, this drum needs to come this way quite a bit because there's 2 outlets there and there's also 2 on the back. I can run everything off them, but ideally I wanted to take 2 from the, I wanted to use at least 1 from the back anyway. But yeah, there's 3 inlets to it. Both sides. I'm going to take the lid off and show you exactly how everything will work, what it actually is, and give you the full rundown and the breakdown when I get to it. But at the moment, I've just had to have a good old tidy up. Back to work tomorrow. The garden is looking absolutely mega. More than happy how things are sorted out. I'm taking a little bit of a break. The garden's all been sorted. It's 90% ready to go. I can keep cracking on. I need a weekend off. Next weekend, me and the family and kids are going out. I'm happy now everything's sorted here. Everything's sorted in there. It gives me time now to have a bit of a break. All of the koi are more than happy out the front. I'll probably do a bit of tinkering around though. More than likely I'll just chuck up some of the art that I want to put up. Do a bit of painting here and there. Just tidy everything up. I can get to that when I get to it. I've never done this before. I'm at the stage now that you're in the job. Like you can tell someone to do something a certain way. But in reality, when you're here, sometimes those ways just don't work in your situation that you're dealing with at the time. You know what I mean? Typical DIYer, you try your best, but it don't always work out right. But you've got to make it work right. Yeah, on that note, I'm going in having a cup of tea. Boosh, look at that. Absolute hammer. So yeah, get home from work. And there's me saying I'm not going to do much this week, have a bit of a week off. Completely cleared out this whole room. So Mrs. Whisperer is super happy. The conservatory's back. So as you can see here, I've had old Mr. Muscle out. All of the artwork that I used to have put up, I've give everything a bit of a clean off. I'll absolutely love this stuff. Nearly all of it's stuff that I've made myself. There's been a few items like that piece and that piece that I got sent for me from subscribers. Absolutely quality. I love this artwork. Proper nice. And part of the reason why I like the black and red theme, because it makes everything pop out. So what I'm going to do is put some bits up in place. Got these to go back up as well. The blue Facebook one that I've got, that one there needs a bit of a revamp. The paint's just gone too far to be touching up. So I've touched up all of these, give them all a quick varnish. And now they've been drying there for the last 3 hours. So what I'm going to do here now is just go around, put some on certain places where I think they'll look best. And we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. But yeah, surprisingly enough, all of this come off of the old pond that I had. I polished it up, chucked it in the attic, and I thought, right, I'm not going to get rid of it yet. There was a load of people asking that they wanted to buy it, and I said specifically, there's some stuff that might be going, and there's some stuff that I'm keeping. So I'm glad I've kept it all. I can sort out where I'm putting it all, have a look around the garden, and see what I come up with. I still got to pull this shed out and paint this as well. So what I might do, if I got enough time today, is paint the bottom of this wall, because I've only painted that and that. I might paint the bottom of this wall, but to start with, I need to start from back here with the paint and go from there all the way back through, right back to there, because I never pulled the shed out when I ran out of paint last year. But that being said, I got paint now, so apart from me being lazy, I just need to get it done. Look at that for a koi though. You think I should get one of these to the pond? Could be an option. Right then, so as you can see there, look, I've put up me koi art. I got me YouTube, got me Instagram. You can follow me on both of them. Obviously you're watching me on YouTube as it is. Polished it all up, all looking the absolute hammer. Well happy with that. There's a little bit of touch up in that corner I got to do, I've noticed. Nothing over concerned, it's just where the wood moves as and when with this stuff. But I'll show you over here as well. Like me koi fish again, looking Z-hammer. I brought out these, they're looking wicked. I put them up there, bird box up there, and I put that one up there, looking wicked. More than happy with that. Clears it out the attic, definitely looks cool. Can take all of this off in a minute as well. I'm more than happy that it's set. Get rid of that, pack it away. I can move on into my filter house and start plumbing everything up. Run you through everything that I've got in here. Work out everything. I've still got to get the water in yet, the gas in yet. But before I even fit the gas pipe, what my biggest concern is making sure I've got enough room in the filter house to get everything that I want to get in here. This bile chamber holds 200 litres of K1. I've got well over 100 litres there. That will be ample for me to start off. And it should be more than enough than what I need anyway, to be fair, with all the other biological media that I've got. But obviously, waiting on pipe fittings, and I'm still waiting on another pump. Still waiting on another air pump. And just working out how to do everything to make it as best as I possibly can with how tight of a space that I've got in my filter house as it is. I built it to the size that I thought I had ample room. Like you do, you always need a little bit extra. So it's going to be a tight fit, but I should have enough room to get everything in here how I want to do things. I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping I can get everything plumbed up right. But I've got to build myself a stand to bring this one up. I might even contact one of my mates who's a welder, make me a stainless steel stand or a steel stand just to raise it up. If he can't do that, what I might do for temporary, I might build one out of timber, get it in underneath, secure it, bring it up to the right levels, work out where the waste tray needs to be to the maximum height of water, connect these up. Still not sure whether to put the ball valves facing upright and then the 90s going in, or if I put the ball valves that side going straight into the drum. A lot of playing around here, a lot of working out. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so working it all out, doing all the dry fits before I start and before I glue everything up, making sure that I'm 100% happy. I've got plenty of pipe work, absolutely ample pipe work. I'm going to have loads left over. I've got loads of pipe work up there, different size from 4 inch right down to 1.25 inch. Still got to paint all of this. I might do that after work one night this week. I ain't doing it today. It's too hot. I'm going out in a minute, going over the farm, see my parents. And then I'll be able to fill up this pond. Obviously, I can't fill it up. I can put more water in, but I can't fill up any more for a minute. Just for the pure fact I want to make sure I get the ball valves up, and then I can fill it to the top. I want to get all the coping stones on as well. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get those coping stones on before I fill it right up. Just to make sure I can fit these back ones without being in the way. But that being said, that's a whole nother story. So yeah, I do apologise about the footage that I didn't have about fitting that glass window. I really wanted to show you how I was doing it, but the frustration running through my head, running through, just trying to fit it. I couldn't make the mistake of getting it wrong to show you guys. I apologise for that, and there's nothing more I can say. But one thing's for sure, it definitely wasn't as easy as what I thought it was going to be. I over put the silicone in, but I know one thing's for sure, that thing ain't leaking. it ain't leaking. And if it does leak, I don't know how you would ever put a window in what don't leak, because I've put 9 tubes of silicone in that window. And, well, I probably wasted about half a tube with the overspill, but I'd rather it come out and I can tidy up afterwards to make sure that the window is completely cured all the way around. Like I said about the filter house, I've got all that to sort out as well in a future video. I will run you down through the breakdown and show you the dimensions and every single thing about those filters and what they're capable of and what filter that it is. And I'll run through it all, but just give me a bit of time, guys, because I've been flat out, week in, week out, and I'm going out with the family this weekend. It might not even be a video next week, but I'm sure I'll do something. I'm sure I'll put out some content, and it ain't going to be long, guys, and they fish are going to be back in here and everything's got to be sorted. You can still see I've got to put everything up underneath this roof, but my main intention at the moment, the price of timber, just well expensive. I'm not desperate to do that. I'm not desperate to have lights there yet. If the price of timber drops, or if I see something that's a good idea for me to go up there, ideally I could even put plastic sheets up there, something that I don't need to maintain, don't need to paint, and we'll go from there. But if anyone's got any ideas about that, something that's a reasonable price, because I'm well maxed out on my budget, I'm hoping these YouTube videos get loads of views, help me pay for a bit more of this stuff. And that being said, I'm going to end the video here, and I'll see you on the next one.